You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about NFL and Christmas Day, because we got some movement about where these two Christmas games may end up being. And, of course, as you can expect, because the NFL is looking to maximize their dollar. And look, I'm all for these games on Christmas Day. That's great. I love it. These more primetime-like games, or these couple of centralized games. Lord knows I'm not watching the NBA. In fact, we watched the Christmas games this past year. We really enjoyed them a lot. We were get together as a family, had the TV on, and the game was a topic of discussion. Now, that being said, those games were on like free network television. I think they were on CBS and Fox. They each had a game. Well, here we go with this streaming crap again, okay? And you knew this was going to be heading in this direction. There was rumors about it. And then Boomer Esiason came out on the Boomer and Geo show and dropped a very interesting nugget. And a lot of times, I watch this show pretty regular in the mornings out of New York. And, of course, Boomer was very recently on the CBS pregame show and had been for years. He hears about a lot of this news prior to it becoming official. And all I can do is speculate that maybe somebody has reached out to Boomer already. Maybe he's just hearing it through the grapevine. Maybe he's got an agent to put a nugget in his ear. He's hearing this from somewhere, all right? At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but he thinks Netflix and the NFL is about to crawl in bed together. And it's going to be for these Christmas Day games. Look, they're already really dipping their feet into live programming, live streaming. The Tom Brady Roast was live streamed, okay? WWE Raw is going to be on there every week starting next year. It'll be live streamed, all right? Just like a regular television show. You'll turn it over to Netflix, and Raw will be on live. Same thing. And then Netflix feels like they're a bigger player. They can say, well, we got the WWE, we got some NFL, just like Fox, right? And then, they've already got television shows, et cetera, et cetera. So this is what came out of this. While discussing the roast of Tom Brady that took place this past weekend on Netflix, WFAN host Boomer Esiason made a prediction that sounded an awful lot like an informed prediction. Quote, what I think is going to happen could be wrong, but I don't think I am. All right? Do not be surprised if the NFL and Netflix get in bed for a nice little Christmas Day football games. I would not be surprised. Esiason's partner, Greg Giannotti, replied, all right, that's interesting. They have not gotten into live sports yet. Netflix, they actually really haven't done a ton of sports, period. You know what that means? More jobs, a pregame show for Boomer and Geo on Netflix. I'll give up Christmas for that. Last year's streaming-only playoff game on Peacock showed some of the unique ways the NFL might try to earn extra money on their media rights. For this upcoming season, the NFL has already announced Peacock will stream their Week 1 Friday night game from São Paulo, Brazil, and that Prime Video will be the outlet which gets a streaming-only playoff game. When those announcements were made, several speculated that the NFL might try and put a package out for their Christmas Day doubleheader. Quote, all of these other leagues are doing this now too, Esiason said. Everybody's parceling these things up, like the NHL is part of TNT and part of ESPN. All these leagues are doing that, and they know there is a fight for these streaming services going on, and there's only going to be a few standing. And we are in the middle of these enormous fights going on right now. The whole conversation started when Giannotti asked Esiason how much do you think Brady got paid for the roast, and Esiason said between $10 and $20 million. I cannot imagine he did that for less than a dime, under $20 million. So, this came out, and Pro Football Talk did an article on it, but just to give you sort of a gauge of how NFL fans feel about this, and look, I'm all for the Christmas Day games. What I'm not all for is the let's pimp ourselves out to the streaming services. Okay? Because so many people have walked away from even the streaming services. We find out yesterday, Disney, Disney's already in bed with Hulu, but they're teaming up with Hulu, and now Warner Brothers and HBO Max to create yet another bundle service of some kind. And it's basically just cable relaunching and rehatching itself to the masses all over again. All right? And then, of course, there's Peacock. Peacock's got one. It's got USA, NBC, yada, yada, yada. You get the point. And then there's the one with Discovery and the Travel Channel and all this other crap at HGTV all in one. We really are right back to cable, folks. The whole point was we were supposed to be able to do this for cheaper, and that's not how it is at all. I'm spending more money because I've got to have Hulu for live TV, and then I've got to have all this other crap to cover all this other crap. You get the point. You get where I'm going. So, here we go. Only 231 days until Christmas. Wouldn't be surprised if the NFL didn't whore itself out. I mean, right. Now, this guy, he's wrong. Netflix has been repeatedly said they have no interest in a broadcasting deal for league sports. It would lose money for them. Amazon isn't making any money from their deal. Interesting. Amazon just paid $100 million, $150 million actually, for that streaming playoff game. That statement is bullshit right there. That is total crap. I mean, honestly, this person's already got Netflix. So do I. It was like the first service I actually got. The WWE has set precedent. I agree. I think the WWE getting Raw was them kicking the door open to getting live sports. All right? That's where I think we were headed. No, Twitter needs a dislike button. I'm not sure why Florio would get hate. He covers the NFL, so he should do something on this. I have no problem passing, not getting Netflix to watch a couple of games. They're pushing it. The kneeling garbage should have taught them a lesson, but maybe not. Yeah, a lot of people are getting fed up with this streaming thing. Horrible option. They have enough streaming partners. Let it fly. The money, yeah. I mean, seriously. It's crazy. I am done with all these damn apps required to see games. NFL, quit being greedy pricks and allow the public to see games on regular channels. Look, you guys know I'm obviously all for capitalism, but I'd like to see things like the NFL on free regular television. I mean, it's just the way it's been for so long. I think the NFL is one product where the ratings are so big when it ends up on network television, the three letters, CBS, NBC, Fox, where you can actually watch these games, right? I just think it's the one place, ABC's the other, where they're going to get ratings that are so huge, just cash in on your advertising money and don't worry about the $100 million hit that you're going to, the dopamine hit of $100 million you're going to get from Peacock and Amazon Prime and now Netflix. I'll be very interested to know because, look, those Christmas Day games, they did big ratings last year. They certainly won't do those kind of ratings on Netflix, but the one thing I will say about the Netflix thing is I don't know about you guys. Most people's got Netflix. All right? Even people rocking just antenna, over-the-air antenna, they tend to have Netflix these days. Or they already had it. Now, a lot of people got rid of Netflix. But they're really the only streaming service, if you pay attention to the news reports, Netflix is the only one that's holding its shit together. They're the ones that are actually making money. They pivoted away from some of their woke content last year, and they've benefited from that. I can only imagine how many people watch that Tom Brady roast at this point. I saw where it's a gargantuan success. But again, just put these games on free network television. I mean, come on. It just, especially playoff games. These special, like, Christmas games, put them on free television. Like Thanksgiving, you know? Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.